Right, hello everyone, welcome to New Horizons Race League Division 2, round 19 of the championship. We're in Mexico City for the Mexican Grand Prix. By myself again. I'm still hoping, moving into the new season, a more flexible, available commentator will be available. 12 guys on the grid today, 2 of them making their Nhrl debut. TTP Mr. Chris Asian in the Mercedes, and Green Pies filling in at the vacant seat for Alfa Romeo. So I want to welcome you guys, and I do hope you enjoy your time for the few races we have left of this season. Some cars already coming out on track. Who is that coming out first? Is that Fred? Yep. We'll see. I know that some of the guys have not been expecting much from this race, but I know Mexico can be a little bit hit and miss, but I think it normally throws up some very good racing, especially considering the Division 1 race was kind of chaotic, but in the good way, even with an 11 car grid, and we're one up on them already. So I'm expecting a little bit of a show, and titles all still on the cards. Solo leading the way in the drivers over Reese, who I don't believe can mathematically clinch the drivers today, and definitely not the constructors. Both Ferrari and Aston Martin missing their teammates today, as well as a few other people not being able to make it for personal reasons, but at this point we'll just take what we can get. I'm more than happy to get it for the people who want to be here. Right. I'll stay on board with Brad until he gets to the end of the straight. For a second. Fred as well proving to be a really helpful set of hands in Red Bull since his promotion from AlphaTauri for most of this season, and is invalidated anyway. Who would be the next car? That third? Third still valid. Not a lot of ERS though, apparently. Looks like he's bled off quite a lot of speed going into the S's, but the car's still planted to the track and is invalid. That final corner of the S's is quite irritating. I don't blame anyone at all for messing up there. Someone's binned it as well. Fred's going for a little spin. Who else would be on a lap? Callum. Yeah, Callum proved to be really good in United States last week, but unfortunately the results didn't follow. A little bit of a difficult race. Still points in the end, but I was really expecting Callum to be on the podium, maybe even trying to push for the win. It's pole at the minute. Only driver to keep it within the track limits, 18.3. As our Fanatics goes even quicker, the 17.3. Pretty much full second quicker on the same set of tyres. I still think there is a bit more pace left on the table for the medium compound. Let's run board with Bradley's invalid. James to the line, try to get a little bit of a toe off the Haas. 17.3. I think for these times on the mediums they're not too bad at all. Gonna have Collins come through, I believe. Where's he gone? P3. Reese has binned it, coming out of the S's, almost impeding Solar. Solar can't really complain, Reese didn't really have anywhere to go. Solar going straight to the softs and predictably going purple sector 2. I'd be surprised if this is pole as well by quite some margin. Stays all the way to the right and it's a 15.3. Look at that, like 2 seconds quicker. And the thing is, both medium and soft tyres, they're not bad race compounds. This Mexico, the track with the hards, they are quite diabolical in terms of a race tyre. gonna stay on board with Bradley. Final corner and up to the line. Hey, it's a time on the board. Only 3/10 off third. Right. I'm on board with the Sister Mercedes. TTV making his debut. And the Red Bull's kindly getting out of the way. Ooh. I saw the snap on the rear suspension. I just hope he can keep it valid. And does. It's on the soft tyres, so I was expecting it to be very similar to Solar's time, but I don't think it will be. Green Pass, by the way, going in P2 with a 15.6. Maybe pole isn't what you want around here. Considering how long the straight is, you could easily lose it under the slipstream going into the first corner. Kind of like Russia in that aspect as well. Chair's invalid. Bradley is probably going to box. See if Collins is improving. No, invalid as well. See if third can improve. Must have been the third sector. That car is understeering like a bathtub. Green Pie improving. No, you're invalid. I don't know who else is going to be on the lap next. Apart from maybe Callum, so we'll just stick with him for the moment. Plenty of battery. So that drive coming out of turn 3. Turn 4-5, nearly 3/10 up, so can definitely improve. To be fair on these tyres, I'd expect him to improve by nearly 2 seconds. Probably more than 2 seconds to be honest. He's going to run wide, but game being generous. 9/10 up already, even leaving the S's with that small off. To line 1.3 up, P3. Good luck, Callum. Who's the other one? TTV. Valid is out that. I'm just going to stick with James then, see if he can improve on the mediums. If he doesn't improve this time, then maybe it has to be a soft start. It's a bit of a Russian roulette with the starting tyres, because no safety car, then the SOS will run you down the road. Mediums will end up giving you track position at the safety car restart. I'd say the tyres, there's not that much difference between them. It just happens to be the mediums can go about 5 laps longer than the softs. James does improve, doesn't change position though, as Fred's gone into P3 for 15.9. Is Reese going to get a time on the board? Is he coming to the line, or has he just started a lap? Yellow flag in the S's. One of the Red Bulls has had a mistake. I think Reese was on a lap, but he's invalidated it somewhere, so now he's recharging or on his way back to box. Oh, who's that? Oops. Fred on his way in. No. TTV's still not set a time on the board yet. At this point, they'd be running through the softs. Remember, points on offer for Division 2, 2 points for pole. That is even pushing it. I'm just going to see if Reese. No, Reese coming in. Collins. There's the other Alfa Romeo. Just stick on board the green pass and see if he can improve. I know it's only a 3/10 deficit, but it is a big one and it can be quite difficult to find unless he knows where that time was. I can guarantee most of it will be in the third sector. Still time to gain in the second, but you'd be surprised how much you lose if you don't nail the third sector. Oh no. He seems to have nailed that middle sector and about a tenth and a bit up. I just wish he'd keep continuing. Indeed, that's where some people are going to be losing their time. Back in the box, let's try and ride on board with Matteo. If he can get Tom on the board, he did really well in United States last week. Had it coming together with Solar, but stewards have been there, we've looked at it, and wasn't a lot either driver could have done. It's just one of those really unfortunate bad timing things. And I know the other would love to scream hate of he was the one who caused it, but it's both just as bad. It was either we let them both off or we penalise both of them, and I don't think it would have been fair to actually issue the penalty to one, let alone both. So both cars are allowed to qualify, but let's say if Matteo wanted revenge, he's going to need to find a hell of a lot more pace than what Solo has put down already. He might have found it. Not a bad time. Matteo, I know that's like nearly 7/10 off Sola's time, but for you that is a very good improvement. Collins moves up into P6, half second found. Sola's going to be going again. It'll be this man that I want to see set a time. I thought you were joking in the server when he said it would be a miracle to get a time on the board. At this point, mate, even if you set a time, you're getting yourself ahead of Bradley. It's just a World Championship on the line, so no pressure. Carps, if you can get on the grid, mate, that would be fantastic. Carps came and he's left. He's doing what he needed to though. Milliseconds between him and Solo. But it's enough. So at the minute there's precious 2 points going to Aston Martin. Solo's invalid, Green Pie's invalid. See third. Carps, mate, I don't know if you're watching, but I don't want to see you keep joining in and out of session because I'm sick of chasing up timing glitches at the end of every race. So having a fuel, I hope so. He's going to go again. See where Solo can find his pace if there is any more lacking. He's going to be kicking himself if he can't find any. It was a very good middle sector. Does he improve? He does. He's found another 10th. He needs about 5,000, so just keep it clean, man. Is he going to snatch pole last second? And he does. By barely a 10th though. Mr. Crustacean, I'm going to ride on board with you until your lap is done. Top 3 sorted unless if the Mercedes can find any more time. See Matteo rounding the final corner, but I expect him to box. And he does. Right, just waiting on the Mercedes. No pressure. A 10th up. Might be able to get P3 off Green Pies. Put him right behind the pole leader at the start. Final corner, tugging himself to the inside line. It does improve. Oh god, I didn't see where that put him. Yeah, it did improve, but it wasn't enough. Anything for the stewards? Don't look like it. Alright, your top 3 then for Mexico. Solo, championship leader, pole position for Ferrari, claiming the 2 points for himself and the constructor. Reese P2 with Aston Martin, championship rival. And Green Pies in his debut, P3 for Alfa Romeo. Pretty good drive. We are stuck here. I don't know what we're waiting on. Right, the lobby seems to be kicking people out. Right, everyone, new lobby then. Oh god. I can't even leave this myself. Right, I'm gonna start a stream again in a bit. So I can't even